Hello everyone, this is Steve. Thanks for joining me. We're going to draw another circle. We're going to have to complete the square again, then we'll get the circle in our standard form, and we'll draw a sketch, then make a couple observations. So the first thing I want to do is I want to group the x's, I want to group the y's. So let's go 4x squared plus 20x plus 4y squared minus 20y, and I'll move the 94 to the other side by adding 94 to both sides. Now, interesting thing about this one, we can't actually complete the square yet because in order to complete the square, we need a coefficient of 1 in front of both x squared and y squared. Now, we need to divide by the number that's in front of both of them. Now, they're always going to be the same for a circle because if we have like a 9 in front of the x squared and a 4 in front of the y squared, then this actually wouldn't even be a circle. So if it is a circle, you know it will be the same number in front of x squared and y squared, but we need to get rid of that number. So we're going to divide every single term by 4. And I mean every single term. Okay, so if we divide 4x squared by 4, we get x squared. 20x is going to be 5x. 4y squared is going to be y squared. And then, let's see here, that's going to be negative 5y. And this one's going to be a fraction. This one's going to be a bit annoying here. So, you know what? I think I'm just going to leave that like that for now and see what happens. All right, let's complete the square. So I need 5. Half of 5 is 5 halves. And 5 halves squared is 25 fourths. So I'm going to add 25 fourths to both sides. Okay, and then, let's do blue here. Negative 5, half of that is going to be negative 5 halves, and squared is going to be 25 fourths again. 25 fourths plus 25 fourths. Okay, now you might think that factoring this left side is going to be a disaster, but we do have a trick for factoring, and it's all about the number we got when we cut the number in front of x or the number in front of y in half. So this left-hand side, the x's can be factored as x plus 5 halves squared, and the y's can be factored as y minus 5 halves squared. And over here on the right, we have 94 plus 25 plus 25. We can do that just because the denominators are all 4. So that's going to be 144 over 4. 144 over 4 is actually just going to be 36. All right, so this one's a little bit more irritating than the other one because our center is not at an integer x value and an integer y value. Our center, and make sure you pay close attention to this because it's going to be negative 5 halves, positive 5 halves. And you might think I have the signs backwards, but remember, you need to switch the signs that you see next to the x and y. So that's why it is negative 5 halves, 5 halves. And our radius is going to be the square root of 36, or just 6. All right, so this is not my favorite thing to work with, but I guess I'll take care of it. So let's go to the graph. So I guess I'll first plot that center point. Now negative 5 halves and 5 halves is actually the same thing as negative 2.5 and 2.5. So if I go negative 2.5 up 2.5, I'm actually right in the middle of that square right there. You can see my center right there. Now from there, to get my reference points to actually sketch the circle, I'm going to go up 6, down 6, left 6, and right 6. So if I go up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's up 6 right there. Now I will go right 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, crossing right over the y-axis, that's okay. Down 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, crossing right over the x-axis, that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's my points. Those are not the only 4 points on the circle, those are just the reference points I'll use to help me draw my picture. So I'll draw a nice smooth arc to connect those. Connect those, and then one more here. I've seen better than that. You know, sometimes you just need to try again. Even the math teacher needs to try again. Okay, we'll call that all right. It's not perfect. But, I thought I could do better. Takes practice. And even when you practice a bunch, it can still take a while. All right, that's it. We'll stop there. Okay, let's erase the center because it's not actually a part of the circle. You don't have to do that as long as you realize it's not a part of the circle. Let's give our domain and range. They're each going to be 12 units long. How do I know that? Because the radius is 6. So I double that, I get the length of the domain and range. So domain and range. So the domain looks like it's going to go from negative 8.5 all the way to 3.5. You could use improper fractions or mixed numbers if you wanted. And the range looks like it's going to go from negative 3.5 all the way up to 8.5. And as I said, those are each 12 units long. All right, so that was a little trickier because the center was at a fraction, but we can still do it. I hope that helped. Thanks for watching.